Today's episode of the Protect You podcast is sponsored by Game One. Looking to elevate your game? At Game One, we come alongside your team to provide custom uniforms, apparel, and equipment built for performance and delivered with unmatched service. Plus, our online team and fan stores make it easy for athletes and parents to custom gear anytime, anywhere. Visit game-one.com today to learn more because your team deserves the best. Welcome on in, folks, to another episode of the Protect You podcast. Some technical difficulties, but hey, if you can trust anybody to work through those issues, it's our man, Computer Jesus. Early shout outs to him for getting us through those technical difficulties. We couldn't do it without you, man. Because of that, we are able to live stream once more here. Welcome on in, folks. Jake Wilson, as always, alongside Jay Mickens. Jay, weather outside was frightful. The technical difficulties were trying to drag us down, but we soldier on.
What technical difficulties? You said that 3 times. Are you calling Candyman in the mirror? I don't know what you're talking about. The show's here. We're live. I'm excited. Rainy day here in Houston. Once that you saw my view of the show, right? You know, I had my warm-up gear on, right?
You said get loose and warm up the vocals beforehand.
Yeah. I had my dry fit, getting ready. Had my tea. Pinky was in, though. Pinky was in. No, it's going to be exciting show. Cannot wait to get going on this one. But before we get going too far, Jake, I got to throw out major shout out to the one that truly runs the show behind the scenes. This person here, Protection United, make sure that everybody's birthday gets announced, including yours, Jake, even though you share with me, and I cannot wait. I hope that a Tuesday falls on our birthday one day, December 27th. So we make sure the whole world says happy birthday to you before they show any love. But anyway, getting back on point, she makes sure that everybody, anniversary dates, this person makes sure that any type of accolade that happens for us, as well as all of our amazing clients, they get their acknowledgement, right? And so it's kind of tough when you're the person that's handling all the things, and then it's your turn to get your acknowledgement. So that being said, first of all, guys, want to give a major shout out to Madison Lamb, her 1-year anniversary here at Protection United. We're so happy for Madison. She is by far the best executive assistant, that anybody could ask for. As you can see right here, her and her husband, look at Hunter representing, got the Protect You hat on. Look at baby Hutton with the shades on. He's got daddy's game face.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but look at that. He went out and played some golf. I told Madison, even on Sunday, she was working. We're on a call with the general manager at Baylor. I'm like, Matt, just go enjoy the rest of your day. She's like, you sure? Your work comes first. I'm like, no, go. But anyway, Madison, want to just say that we're honored that you've been here for a year. We're so excited to have you, and can't wait for many more years to come. So happy work anniversary, Madison Lamb.
Yes, we're very thankful for everything that you do here behind the scenes, making sure that the ship runs smoothly, because if it weren't for somebody of your expertise and of your talents, Madison, I don't know where this company would be.
Yeah, for real. That's facts.
So you do such a great job of not only making sure that we get things done, but also making sure that all of our clients make sure that they're happy, making sure that they feel at home underneath the Protect You banner. And that transitions us nicely here into the crew in the news segment that we've been talking about here, where it does seem like track has really taken things over, and for just cause. There's a lot of our guys that are taking care of things on the track, making sure that they're showing off that speed, and in some cases, breaking records. And we start off here with our guy, Ryder Flugents, who not only broke his personal record in the triple jump with a 48-4.5, but he also set a new school record for Bernie Champion. And Computer Jesus, you are good to roll this footage here. As you're going to see here, 3 long strides, and bam, lands it perfectly. And it was good enough to win not only first place, but like we said, set a new school record for the triple jump, Jay.
I mean, look at QB1, baby. I mean, this kid can do it all. I don't know how many more triple jumps I want him to do. Make that ankle kind of came down. We got to take care of them QBs. But no, man, happy for Ryder. Just him just showing, that God-gifted talent that he displays, but all the hard work that he's put in. And, I mean, how many quarterbacks have we seen, have a
They're
record in
say they're
triple
doing
jump?
that. That's my biggest takeaway is I've seen a bunch of receivers,
Yeah,
running backs, skill position guys do that type
yeah,
of event.
yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen a quarterback get after it like that.
No, no. I mean, look, but we're not shocked, right?
Absolutely
When
not.
you're looking at, in my opinion, and I think others will agree as Ryder continues to grow, the number one quarterback in the 2029 class in the nation, he's out there doing triple jump.
Yeah,
So
very well could be. He's been building up a lot of hype behind the scenes, and that just adds a little bit more fuel to the fire. And now we move over to talk about two guys that have essentially become synonymous when it comes to protect you crew members taking care of it on the track. And those are our guys, Dylan Mitchell and Darnell Jackson Jr., who were the centerpieces of a recent article that was put out by Dave Campbell's and the author Carter Yates, where he broke down the top 5 fastest guys in the state of Texas, regardless of class. And of course, our guys, Dylan Mitchell and Darnell Jackson Jr., were number 1 and number 2, respectively. I mean, when you're fast and you know it, you're going to get this type of respect and this type of a highlight.
no, I agree. I mean, and dude, I mean, let's just kind of talk about that and break that down a little bit. I mean, to have two guys, I mean, number one and number two, both be a part of Protection United, fastest dudes in the state of Texas. Because here's the deal: if you're two of the fastest dudes in the state of Texas, it means you're two of the fastest dudes in the nation, right? I think we all can agree on that. And what we're seeing, with both of these young men. I mean, look, I wouldn't be shocked that they both weren't born on the track. I mean, dude, it might have been the easiest labor that any mother could ever have because they might just bam right out the gate. I was in labor for 20 seconds. I don't know. All I know is that this is a huge accomplishment for our guys. Dylan, has always been that guy. We've always talked about him being Superman, but then also now getting to see D-Jax as well, holding it down on the track, man. Happy for both of those young men.
Absolutely. And also quick shout out to the D-Jax for qualifying for regionals after winning district and now areas for his school out there at Grand Oaks here in the North Houston area. Congratulations, D-Jax. And it continues to keep going for him too, as Greg Powers and our guys over there at Dave Campbell's rated him recently as one of the top 3-star talents and more recent 3-star talents. Congratulations, Darnell. Just continuing to build that repertoire and continuing to shape that resume really nicely for that next level.
Yeah, man, I'm so happy for him earning that 3rd star. I mean, that's what you want, man. Especially going into your senior year. And we're expecting big things out of him. In all honesty, we know from a talent standpoint, he should already be a 4-star. Didn't really get as many opportunities last season. That Grand Oaks became with the high school here in Texas that he plays for. It became more of a running team. So he wasn't able to get his shine on. But I think this year we're going to get to see what we know, and the rest of the world is going to get to see, the talent that D-Jax possesses.
Absolutely. And the last little nugget that we'll end off here on Crew in the News, we talked about how Ryder is doing things that we don't typically expect a quarterback to be doing, taking care of things on the track with the triple jump. And I think Corbin Schmeckel may have one-upped him in terms of things that you don't really expect a quarterback to be out there doing. Corbin Schmeckel was participating in the Montgomery County Fair with none other than his cow, Peaches, who ended up winning 2nd in class and 4th overall at the county fair and rodeo. And man, that's unique. But hey, congratulations to Peaches and congratulations to Corbin for racing one heck of a cow.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, you talk about dedication, man. Not only is he perfecting the craft at, playing the quarterback position, but now he's perfecting it here as well with farm animals. I never understood that. I've only been here in Texas since 2010. Apparently this is a big ordeal, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Trust me, I have family on my mom's side of the family. They're from Indiana, big time farmers. And they don't do so much of the ranching and raising animals and all that, but it's a lot. It's definitely a commitment that you have to go through. And I will always remember too, unfortunately we don't have it here, but the picture of Corbin fresh off of dominating the rifles camp,
right,
gets out there, lights that on fire, and then comes back and he's scooping manure out of the pen.
Yeah, he's cleaning.
Still dressed.
Yeah, cleats and everything. Cleats and everything. Like this guy. But I mean, that's dedication. I liked it. I mean, but you saw how smooth he looked. I mean, he had the jeans on, the boots. Hey, taking pride in the pink shirt. These are future NIL deals for this young man too when he gets on a collegiate level.
Say FFA, Future Farmers of America. They're thinking that's our poster child right there.
Hey, call us. Let's go ahead. Hey, there is a thing called future contracts.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
So let's go ahead and lock that in. I like that, Jake.
Yes, all in due time, of course, because he will eventually be one of those guys that I think makes it to that Division I level. Already showed off a lot of prowess here in what is essentially the backup spot now, where you talk about guys getting the spotlight, getting the respect that they deserve. And Jay, our guys have absolutely been stacking it up. This now makes 13 straight episodes where we get to talk about more offers coming in for members of the Protect You crew. And we're just going to dive straight into it here as one of the guys, I'm sounding like a broken record, Jalen Kilo, continues to rack up more offers. And it starts out here deep in SEC country with Mississippi State sending an offer to our guy, the Wildcat product here going into his senior season. There's going to be a lot of hype building up around him. Congratulations on picking up Mississippi State. And then another state school, but this time way up north, Michigan State also sends an offer his direction. Congratulations, Jalen Kilo.
Yeah, no, and I'm excited for him. I mean, got a conference call with the general manager at Michigan State tomorrow morning. We got Oklahoma State coming to the house tomorrow night that I got to be at for, and then Mississippi State. We've already set the OV, and we'll be there in Starkville, Mississippi, the end of May. Kilo's got me busy, dog. Like I got a lot going on with this kid, but no, so happy for him. AJ, his father, Jordan, his mom have been phenomenal through this entire process. And you talk about if we needed a picture of the Protect You Trinity, that would be this situation because they have been following the script to the T. And it's been amazing. And I'm just honored to be a part of this journey for Jalen. And I cannot wait until he comes on here because he wants to come on the pod, Jake, to make his announcement.
Oh, yeah. I could definitely see that being one of the most viewed episodes that we have here at the Protect You podcast. Very excited for you, Jalen. And another guy here, too, that also picked up 2 offers over the last week and 2 big ones. Taking it out to Big Ten country is our guy, Alex Fontenot, who picked up Maryland over the weekend. This was one where he was excited to be talking about it. He was excited to really see this offer come across because he's been the gradual buildup of momentum on the recruiting trail. So we're excited to see that for you, Alex. And then also picking up West Virginia. Congratulations, Alex. More and more schools are finally starting to see what this Louisiana product is all about.
Bro, and you and I saw when we were up there doing our expo, right? When we did the Louisiana takeover, Jake, we looked at this young man and we were like, okay. We saw his film. We're like, hold up. How does this dude not have any offers? What in the hell is going on? I'm just glad that now the nation sees that Jake Wilson and Jay Mickens was right.
Yep, absolutely. And we are, as we often are, Jay.
Yes.
As we often are.
Like that.
One more guy that I think you and I are absolutely right about. We talked about him just a little bit earlier.
Hey, his mama said, make sure you put this on there.
And say we did not want to miss this opportunity here as Ryder Flugents now adds on to even more offers here as Vanderbilt, the Commodores, shooting an offer his direction. His 4th now Division I offer where that future starting QB is definitely going to have a lot of hype going around there in Bernie.
Oh, brother. I mean, his kid's got 3 more years of high school football.
Mm-hmm.
You can't leave high school early, can you?
No, you can't.
No, okay. I just want to make sure because they could do it. He could be the one to do it. But yeah, no, I'm so happy for Ryder. Everybody knows, right? I mean, dude, and I cannot wait to tell, the story we're at lunch about like how he just, I can't say it on air. I can't say it on air. But he's going to be QB1, and I'm so excited. But let's just say that, he's rising to the top, and I'm so glad that, now SEC country is recognizing Ryder's going to be fun.
Yes.
This is going to be a fun next 3 years with this young man.
Yes.
Honored to be repping him.
And yet more Power 4 offers continue to pour in here. And for another one of our guys that we've talked about week in and week out, we are discussing Joshua Vilmel as he picked up Kansas. The Jayhawks shooting an offer his direction, one of the many Big 12 schools that are vying for his talents.
Yeah, man. Look, another one that's going to have me busy, man. Just book my flight. Got to go out to UCLA. Got to go to Florida State with this guy, Kentucky, maybe Kansas now. I don't know. Good problems to have, right? Good problems, but I like that the Jayhawks threw their hat in the ring. Let's just see.
Yeah.
Let's just see.
Say, why not?
Yeah, I've been having some friendly conversations with University of Houston too. Very energetic, I would say, as Chase looks at me over in the green room. But hey, Jake, once again, man, so happy for Josh. Had a great meeting with his dad yesterday as well too. Got some things in the works. Love the Veal Mills.
Yeah, we love them. One of the great families here of the Protect You crew.
Yes, love them.
Love to be talking about them. And then two more guys here before we end out this segment. We're going to move it on over to Caden K.O. Williams as he picked up Tulsa. Big man got out there. Not only that, but he got out there for a visit. He got out there for a practice, and then they shot him that offer. Shows the importance of hearing these schools out, going out there for those visits, going out there for those practices, because you never know what that might lead to. So congratulations to Caden. And last but certainly not least is our big man, the thinker, Brandon Abear, as he picked up North Texas. Had a great opportunity to sit down with him and sort of structure and go through what those interviews are going to be like with those coaches, what it's like to ask those types of questions of what do I feel like lying on your board? What are you looking for in a guy like me? And clearly it's already paying dividends as he picked up North Texas. So congratulations to Brandon Abear and the many great members of the Protect You crew, continuing to keep the train rolling on recruitment and offers pouring in.
Are we going to have week 14? We're going to go 14 straight weeks?
I have a hunch, Jay, that we will.
That means we're going to go through the NFL draft. Shut up, Jake. Dude, that'd be awesome. Hey, if we don't, can we just like make up offers? Like Chase King has 3 years of eligibility left, so he's got offered by Sam Houston.
Maybe. we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but I have a good hunch that we'll end up making it 14 weeks straight of offers. And with all of those guys in mind, we talk about now not only the success of getting our guys into college with all of the offers that they continue to rake in, but we've also had tremendous amounts of success when it comes to the transfer portal. We are batting 100% when it comes to finding our guys' homes. And one of the shining examples of that, of this most recent transfer portal class, is our guy, Thaddeus Crump, who was, I don't necessarily know if unhappy is the right word, but he was looking to get a little bit more out of his time at Rhode Island. Started as the backup center, but now he travels back home to the great state of Connecticut, where he will take his talents to CCSU. And folks, we have a great interview ahead of that here as we welcome Thaddeus Crump in to the Protect You podcast. So, folks, welcome on into another interview here on the Protect You podcast. This time, we're taking it to the East Coast, heading out to the great state of Connecticut as we join our man Thaddeus Crump as he completed his transfer portal journey when he came to us as a member of the Protect You crew. Thaddeus, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Awesome. Sure, appreciate you coming in, big dog. Man, hey, long time coming, man. You and I have had a short I would say journey, right? You know, kind of looking around, you know, hitting that portal. But hey, I'm sorry, go ahead.
It was a really crazy week that week. You called me, and then it was like everything got rolling real quick. It was pretty wild.
It was, man. I mean, and just kind of we can just kind of jump there. I mean, you know, just talking about, you know, the whole transfer experience. You're right. It was a crazy week, and I mean, at least for me, I felt the pressure of like, man, we got to find a home. People were already moving and grooving. But kind of talk to me about it from your side of the world, as well as, you know, your parents.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for us was just like finding a spot where I was going to get an opportunity and somewhere where I would be happy. And I mean, I think I found a good fit. It was just stressful, you know, like that first day you're getting calls and you're trying to like see what the situation is. And, you know, you're on social media and you're seeing guys getting all these different offers on the first day and you're like trying to see where you fit in. And like for me, my biggest concern was like I knew I didn't have a lot of really any game film. And so like I felt I was a good football player and I wanted to get that opportunity, and I was concerned that, you know, not having had been on the field previously was going to hold me back. And so I kind of just like stuck and like trusted myself, and it worked out. I had a few different offers and I picked a spot I think was best, and at the end of the day I think everything worked out best for me right now. So
yeah. No, and that's the thing that's crazy, because like you said, I mean, it was a week. Even though we knew we had a little bit more time, we really didn't know, because then they filled the spots and now those schools are going. I mean, being in that pressure cooker, right, just kind of going back there, because I agree. I do feel that you found the great spot in Central Connecticut, but being in that pressure cooker and trying to make a decision, what ultimately made you come at peace of being like, okay, I need to lock in here and this is where I need to be?
To be completely honest, like having had been at URI, and I had like a relationship with my O-line coach. We were in touch a little bit after I'd entered the portal. And like when I got offered by Central and some other schools were asking me to come visit, and I was like trying to make a decision. I think, when I like really thought about it, like it's close to home. Like I get the opportunity to play for my home state, and like not a lot of people get to say that they did that and got to represent themselves so close to home. So that was one thing. And then on top of that, it really was like Central's been a great football program. They've gone to the FCS playoffs the last 2 years. They've won their conference the last 2 years. And having had been at URI, I got the opportunity to see what their Central was about, because like we played them 2 years in a row, and URI obviously won both of those games, but like I knew Central was a good football team. I knew the type of football they played. I knew like they're very tough. They play very disciplined, and those are all things I value. And so like as a guy who loves football, I appreciate teams that play the right way, play with a lot of effort, and like don't give up. And like that, like URI, when I was there, we were ranked 9th in the country. So when an NEC team wasn't supposed to come in and like almost beat us at home, and 2 years in a row they almost did. And so now I'm here, and in my head, I get the opportunity to be like, we go to the playoffs again. Now this third year, if we end up back at Rhode Island, I get to be on the other side and I get to win that game. Like I can't imagine anything being much better than that.
Zane, I like too that you mentioned during that of, why CCSU was the right place for you. And you mentioned that proximity to home. Your childhood home is about what, 15 to 20-ish minutes from where you're playing ball right now?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. My mom
That's a,
loved
say that's awesome to see, man, because it's such a unique dynamic too, where people are talking about trying to find the right place for them, trying to find the right place, and usually that transfer portal dynamic devolves down into the dollar amount that those schools are throwing in at you. But how unique and how does it feel from your perspective to be able to play so close to your childhood home that you're talking about just a short drive from where you grew up to where you're currently playing right now?
it. Honestly, like I don't even really know how I feel about it yet. Like it's been such a whirlwind. Like right now it's just being close to home has been amazing. I think once I get into the season, there's a lot of like teachers I've had when I was younger, like people who have gone to Central who I've known who are like, I'm so excited to like come get to watch you play. A lot of my dad's friends went to CCSU, and so they're like, you get to like represent us now and we're gonna be at all your games. So I think that's kind of the cool piece of it, because I never really thought about that. And so like they're excited that I'm kind of getting to represent like their alma mater and put on the pads and hopefully win a lot of games for them representing Connecticut, which is honestly like a pretty cool experience to be able to, you know, pass winning on to Connecticut, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now I'm pretty sure that's making your dad proud too, right? I mean,
Yeah.
the fact that his friends are like all loving you and they're like, oh man, like when he makes a play, it's like we made the play, right?
Yeah.
And speaking of that, bro, I mean, you're there now. How's it going? I know spring ball is just, kind of getting going. Uh, have you felt like you've already kind of solidified that center position?
I mean, I've had a good opportunity. I don't want to like, say anything. We're 3 practices in, and so, obviously there's a lot of great football players here. There's, I think, 13 guys in the O-line room right now around there, and I know they're bringing in a lot of freshmen. So, I'm trying to just take the spring as it comes and then like focus on the starting situation a lot more towards fall camp. So, appreciating every single rep. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, like I'm locked in as the starter or anything like that. But, I think I could start here, and I think I could be a really good football player for this team. And that's honestly all I want to do is just get to play and help win. And so, you know,
Hmm.
Yeah, I love it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, but it's funny too, Jake. He's probably like, dang, Jake, why you gonna ask a question like that and try to set me up? But that's a great answer. That is a great answer. You were prepared for the setup question, my guy, and you knocked it out the park.
And I will say too, you already have a leg up compared to most of your other teammates in the fact that you already have chemistry with one of the gunslingers that you got there at CCSU. You and Connor Kenyon were both at Rhode Island, not only being members of the Protect You crew, but obviously being previous teammates at your past school. Being able to have that built-in dynamic is so invaluable in terms of creating those separating differences in the minds of the coaches. So, from your perspective, how does it feel to be snapping the ball to the same guy at the second straight school?
I mean, it's been amazing having Connor around. Like, first and foremost, I don't have a car right now, and so if I need to go somewhere, Connor's there for me, which I really appreciate. But like that transition period, like when we first both got here, it was nice having someone built in who I knew and had a relationship with, and both of us were able to like get into playbook together and like talk about things and look at like what we're doing here versus what we used to do at Rhode Island and kind of help translating that language for one another. And so I think that really helped both of us develop our understanding of the playbook early, and from there, it's just nice being able to see someone every day at practice and who you had a relationship with. Like, when hearing him back there, it feels like I'm doing the same things I've done for the past 2 years. And so I guess that's kind of a nice feeling. And Connor's a great guy and he's a really good football player. And so I'm just excited to get to be around him more.
Yeah, man. And like, I'm excited too. I mean, to have, two Protect You crew members, right there, right, rocking out together again. And, us getting to watch it, right, unfold, and we know we cannot wait to watch. And I know you can't wait, right? I know we don't want to rush through spring and we got summer and all the things, but let's talk about this upcoming season, right? Let me rephrase my question. Let's say that, you do earn the starting spot, and then Connor does earn, right, the starting spot. Talk to us about expectations for this upcoming season, and also kind of expand and let us know which, games you're looking forward to playing in this year.
I don't know if you've taken a peek at our schedule, but we have a pretty tough opening. I think we open at South Dakota, so we're typically a top 10 team, and then I don't know if I have all the dates exactly correct, but I know we have Fordham, who typically is pretty good, and then we have Montana State and Toledo. So those are 5 weeks. So obviously those are the games you're excited for. If you want to be the best football player, you want to play against the best teams,
right.
And I know South Dakota, Montana State, and Toledo are known for kind of producing some pretty legit D linemen, some NFL talent linemen. And so, like, you have an expectation of who you think you are and what you want to be. Like, those are the games where you get the opportunity to prove it. So I think those first 5 games will really battle test me, but I'm excited for it. And, like, I don't know, like that's what it's all about. So I think that, like, it'll be competitive early and we'll get to see how we are nationally in those first few weeks of the season. And I think when we get into conference play, I think we'll really get the opportunity to dominate and then hopefully win the conference and go to the FCS playoff again. And whoever we see, hopefully, Connor and I have had plenty of conversations about getting to see URI and being able to kind of switch the narrative on this game from the other end. So I think that would be the best feeling is if the two of us get to go out there, if we're starting and walk out on that field at Rhode Island and, kind of get to show them what we're about and what they're missing out on, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, I'm sure it'll be weird walking in that visitor locker room. Huh?
Yeah, no, it'll be very, very strange.
But either way, it's something that I know you're looking forward to it. We're certainly looking forward to it here at Protection United. We're very interested in to see how this journey is going to play out for you because we've been invested in you, you've been invested in us, and we appreciate you returning the favor just to sit down and talk about how excited you are for this upcoming year, man. It really means a lot.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
All right, y'all. And with that, we are right back into the studio. Thank you again, Thaddeus, for joining us on this exclusive interview on the Protect You podcast. All right, folks. So great interview, Jay. Very insightful. I like talking about the dynamic of traveling with a teammate, bringing Connor Kenyon along with that journey. And then, of course, you got to love being about 15-ish minutes, I think is what he said, away from your childhood home. I mean, that's special.
No, I agree, brother. I mean, just, great. Just knowing that he's happy.
Yes.
Right. And I liked how he also talked about having the different calls, and that, they were extending grace because he knew what he was doing, but he was still using the Rhode Island line calls, but, other than that, just fitting in and kind of knowing like, hey, I'm gonna be the guy. But he still was humble enough to say, I still got to go earn it. But you saw that look in his eyes where he's like, but it's gonna be my spot.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's because he continues to ball out and he's gonna get that call whenever he does make it to that fully in-season mindset at CCSU. And folks, once again, we welcome Chase King onto the set.
What's up, Chase? How are you, man?
So you got last week.
Did you miss us last week?
I did a little bit.
Did you watch the show?
I tuned in from the road, but yeah.
So you watched it a little bit?
Checked in a little bit.
Okay. So how was that for you not being in the studio versus being in the studio?
Amazing. No. I had a little FOMO, but it was nice to have a little week off, reset, get ready, and ready to roll into this one.
Yeah. Hey, well, you and I got a big trip coming up this weekend. Can't wait to come back with some footage.
Yeah, footage.
Right? Getting to go
stories. All the above.
Jake, I don't know, but we got, going to see a client. Then we got some other guys that are clients that we're trying to help get recruited.
Yeah.
Kind of a 2-for-1 special case.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm fired up for sure.
Say, if it's anything to go off of y'all's last road trip that y'all had over there to Waco, this one.
Oh, this one will be a little bit better. Yeah,
I think a little bit longer. We had day back.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
There's
a couple of dinner meetings we got set up. I mean, hey, dude, we got a lot of things on the itinerary.
I'm here for it.
It's going to be very exciting to see how that one all pans out. And Chase, obviously, we bring you on here because you have that expertise. You have a little bit more of that in-depth ball knowledge when it comes to breaking down some of the film that we're looking at from our guys, and it moves us nicely into the return of ball and get the call. We continue to see success coming out of these spring practices and out of these spring games. And Chase, one of the guys that you have always been such a big champion of is our guy Nick Henry out there at UTEP. You sent us in these highlights of him making a sensational play during their spring practices and their spring game, Chase.
Absolutely. Are we rolling the clip there?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was rolling or not, but here it is. Yeah, just as you see, reason we love Nick, just who he is as a kid, but that speed kills. You can't teach it. And if I'm not mistaken, Nick looks a little taller here.
Yeah.
He may have grew an inch or two in the off season, but absolutely love Nick, his family. Goes back to that holy trinity that we do have here at Protection United. But again, love seeing these, this production already this early into spring ball, and just very, very excited for more to come.
Yeah.
And even too, you're talking about he got held there by the safety at the top of the round.
Yeah, he did.
Throw another 15 on, but he scored. So
So
we'll decline that one.
I like how you saw the smoke when he had to jam on those air brakes because he almost ran into the goalpost.
well, if you hit that back of the end zone, you're liable to bust. But
say great clips out of him. We love to see that he continues to develop and build a little bit more off of that freshman all-conference nomination that he picked up for the special team side. Now we're seeing what he can really do on the offensive side of things.
Yep. Just the beginning.
Absolutely, man. And one guy that we're also very excited to see, and one guy that is starting to make a little bit more of a national name for himself, is our guy Jordan White. As I'm sure some of y'all key-eyed viewers may have realized that we got a couple of OT7 guys and some 7-on-7 representation going on here. And Jordan White was one of the shining examples of that. As we have footage of their most recent performance for the RG3 Takeover, you see that dropping back? Nope. You thought you had an option. Jordan White was all over it.
Yeah, it's dangerous to throw on either side. with Jordan on one and Joshua on the other. It's they got a nice duo out there in that quarterback room.
Saying even in that short little about 5-yard dump off pass, he's still there as one of the best lockdown threats on the RG3 Takeover. So good to see that he continues to get after it on what is one of the biggest national stages for these skill position guys.
I agree. I mean, but DBU, baby, here it protects you. Yeah. I mean, once again, Jordan's one of the top 20, 27, DBs in the nation, and being a part of that team, getting to see him dominate because for whatever reason people keep trying to test our guy, and he's just proven to the world, and what I love too about the connection that we got, with Robert Griffin III and with his partnership here at Protection United and, us sending guys that way. Now we're looking at a situation with, you got Knox Kiffin at quarterback. A lot of extra eyes are watching. And so that's just a bigger audience for Jordan. So happy for our guy.
And to add on to that, Jordan's got a pretty busy weekend too. I was actually on the shout out Coach Blackshear from Army. He's going to be stopping by their house this weekend on Sunday. So good for him to get in the household and, try to sell Jordan on, the military lifestyle.
How's that for you, Chase? You think you could have joined the military lifestyle?
No. I will say, shout out Scotty with Coach Walden, but similar there, but to an extent. But no, I don't think I could do the full thing.
Okay.
Well, either way, y'all, it continues to be, like we said, more opportunities. Our guys taking full advantage of when those lights are really bright and those cameras are on. You got to take full advantage of it because you don't know how fleeting some of those moments may be. But I think Jordan has been taking full advantage of it, as has the newest edition of the Protect You crew. We roll out the red carpet once more to one of the guys that behind the scenes we've been very excited to have the discussions with him. We've been very excited to get the ball rolling on welcoming him in to the Protect You
It's
crew.
another young man that Chase brought us.
Absolutely.
It's 2 in a row. You got us Nick, and now you got this one.
Yep. And to your point, DBU, we're adding another one to that 2028 class.
Yes, and folks, we would like to welcome on in our guy TJ Stinson, 2028 defensive back out of Clear Lake High School. And Chase, just take us through this incredible footage that we're going to be looking at here as one of the best DBs out of the 2028 class.
Yeah, just one of the most instinctive and athletic, as you'll see here. Just, may not be the tallest, but he'll go up and get that thing. And as you see clip after clip, he's just going to make plays that some kids can't. And as you see here, going to have a lazy, post corner here by the receiver. He's going to take advantage of that, high point that football again, get downfield, take this thing, shows true athleticism, get on that edge and, take it for another 20, 30 yards for his offense.
It's incredible, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And here, just his instincts on the football field, understands that quarterback thinks he's got a one-on-one matchup. He doesn't. TJ's there. He's just that guy, again, turning something into nothing. Here, again, that instincts, that football IQ, trick play here, flea flicker. Again, TJ's there for the turnover. Just makes something out of nothing. That's what I really love about TJ.
There. I like the eyes in the backfield, but then the immediate break on that route. Love to see that, Chase.
Absolutely. And this is something you just can't teach as a coach. Just a hustle play. And then a strip here. And again, it's just he's a turnover machine. Turns bad things into great things for his team. And that's what we really love about TJ here, as you're going to see on these next few clips. Another coverage clip here, but that high safety there. Quarterback thinks he's got the wide open seam, but just shoots out of closes that ground in a real hurry.
And not only that too, but he was also taking care of things with OT7 and the RG3 Takeover. As you see here, oh my goodness, you can't throw up a duck when TJ's back there, man.
Yeah, we've seen him make way tougher plays than that. So let's call that one a freebie for him. That's easy money, as we will for TJ. But Computer Jesus, if you bring it into me, as you kind of alluded to at the beginning of the segment, very excited about TJ here, fired up. Really love what me and Logan love is, obviously the instincts that he's shown on tape, the physicality, the athleticism that you just can't teach from that DB position. And again, it always goes back to we get him for another 2 years, right? So he's produced that freshman year, that sophomore year, but now we're looking to get in the lab with him, me and Logan, for this offseason and the next offseason. Just extremely fired up for the future. And as you're talking about, Jay, we're adding DBU to that 2028 class as well. What do we call it? The elite 2028 class?
Right, baby. No, I love it, Chase. No, man, great work. You, Logan, our talent scout here, Protection United. Y'all been doing just a phenomenal job, man, breaking the film down, creating scouting reports, bringing it, to the rest of the team so we can help, add to that evaluation process. And to say that we've been finding some diamonds in the rough, fellas.
No doubt. No doubt. They're not going to be diamonds in the rough for too long. I'm excited. I'm excited.
To say those guys will be shining bright like a nice wedding ring in some cases. Because that young man, TJ, we're very excited to roll out the red carpet, welcome you in as one of the shining beacons of the 2028 class here in what is already a star-studded 2028 class.
And before we transition, I got to give a major shout out to mom and dad too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about mom was locked in on the Zoom. I kept, Mom, you got any questions? Oh, no. I'm here though. I'm listening. I'm engaged. Dad, hit us with the probably best question that I've ever received, because most people don't want to say that. They probably say it behind our backs and behind the scenes, but he came out, was like, hey, I'm an active father. I understand the importance of social media. I'm going to help my son and do everything I can. Why do I need y'all? And let's just say that TJ and I kept count that I got up to 8 reasons of how we could be an added benefit. And but we're honored to be representing TJ, like already feel like, we're an extension of his family and, cannot wait, for this journey over the next year and a half.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes, very excited once again to open the doors here to TJ Stinson, and we're very excited to see what your prospective future is going to be looking like here as we really get to hit the recruiting trail and build up some more national hype for you. But before we transition over to our next piece here, we'd like to remind everybody that this episode is sponsored by Game One. Looking to elevate your game? At Game One, we come alongside your team to provide custom uniforms, apparel, and equipment built for performance and delivered with unmatched service. Plus, our online team and fan stores make it easy for athletes and parents to get custom gear anytime, anywhere. Visit game-1.com today to learn more, because your team deserves the best. Thank you once again to Game One for sponsoring this episode of the Protect You podcast. And it's a very special episode.
It is. I mean, I think Game One is the sponsor of this game that we're about to play.
Easy layup. Right?
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Yes, as some of y'all who may be following us on social media did get to see, Jay put out a little bit of a teaser here of what exactly this episode is going to be all about. And those of y'all that saw the thumbnail as well know that we are in for a showdown, y'all. And a return to form here for one of my favorite games that we've done here. We've done things like Triple Jeopardy. We've done, which we're going to have to return to that one at some point here soon.
Look at the name a little bit. But we got some extra heads here.
But either way, folks, we open the doors once more to talk about and play one of our favorite games from very early on in the podcast's run. We're, of course, talking about who he play for. Hey, everybody, who he play for. So last time we did this, it was just Jay trying to break down and look at where the top recruits really came from. They had the option of 5 different states of California, Texas, Georgia, Florida, or Louisiana, and I don't exactly remember your hit record on that, Jay, but you did get quite a few big ones out of there. I remember Arch Manning was one of the ones that you were 100% certain on, but some of those other ones, Travis Hunter being from Georgia, was a surprise to both you and me on that one. But we're going to make things a little bit easier here as we go in a head-to-head matchup here between Jay Mickens and Chase King here. We're going to have 10 different athletes that entered the transfer portal ahead of this upcoming season. We're going to show a picture of where they once were, and y'all are going to take a guess as to where they are playing now. And it's going to be multiple choice. You will get 3 options to choose from here. So you got, even if you don't know it, there's about a 33% chance that you're going to guess it correctly here.
I like multiple choice.
Can you just talk me a little bit here of what your confidence level is going into this game here?
Well, 10,000 dudes went into the portal again this year. Only 3,000 came out, right? In the midst of spring ball. It's interesting that you wanted to do this game, Jay, before we actually got to some spring games. Chase and I haven't had our keen eye on that. We've been so busy. But I feel 33%.
33% confident. Chase, obviously you were a little bit more ear to the ground when it came to the transfer portal. I know we picked you up right as that was really starting to go on here, but can you talk me through your confidence level going into who we play for?
I'm confident. I'm a little nervous now that I've messed up, now that I do have a little background in the transfer portal, but no, I'm highly confident. I'm gonna go 66%. I'm gonna be a little bit over that 50% confidence.
All right. Well, folks, just a heads up, they have not seen who these athletes are. They do not know who these 10 players are going to be. And we'll start out with athlete number 1 after rock, paper, scissors to determine who will get to go first. Jay, you do have seniority, but we like to give a little bit of love to the underdog here and give him his fair shot.
We do it 2 out of 3.
We will go, nope, 1 shot.
All right,
we'll go Rochambeau, and it's go on the go.
Okay.
Okay.
Rochambeau.
Okay.
That was a little late.
My bad. Here we go.
Here we go again.
Rochambeau. All right, there we go.
All right, there it
All
is.
right, give it to
Jake,
me.
congratulations. You give it over here to Chase.
Crown me.
All right, Chase. So athlete number 1 here is our guy, Sam Levitt, quarterback from Arizona State. He entered the transfer portal ahead of this year. Chase, who he play for?
What's the multiple choice?
Multiple choice here.
I don't even need.
You have A, LSU, B, Ole Miss, or C, Oregon.
Give me a LSU.
LSU is your guess, Jay. Your decision here.
I'm going with A, LSU as well.
LSU is your guess, and you folks are both correct. Sam Levitt did, in fact, take his talents over to LSU, joining Lane Kiffin and that staff over there. So both of y'all batting 1,000 so far. Y'all got 1 point on the board, and we'll treat this, like we said, cornhole rules, where Chase, even though y'all are tied, you did still technically get the breaker here as we move now into athlete number 2. And our guy, Cam Coleman, wide receiver from Auburn, entered his name in the transfer portal. Your options are A, Texas A&M, B, Alabama, or C, Texas. Chase, who he play for?
Texas. I don't know if they can see me on camera, but good.
They can see you. All right.
If anybody missed it, yeah,
there it is.
All right. The fake UT.
So your guess is Texas. Jay, your thoughts on where Cam Coleman took his talents?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with that as well, and pick C for Texas.
C for Texas, and you are both correct. Cam Coleman did enter the transfer portal and ends up on the 40 acres as a member of the Texas Longhorns. So both of y'all 2 for 2 so far, doing very well here. It's going to get a little bit more difficult here. Okay. We started with some of the top guys. We're going to get deeper into the trenches here as Chase, you will be once again guessing first here on Chaz Coleman, edge rusher out of Penn State. 3 options for you here are A, Ohio State, B, Tennessee, or C, Texas Tech. Chase, who do he play for?
The real UT, the Vols.
A lot of confidence in that guess there. A lot of confidence in that guess there, Chase. Going with B, Tennessee. Jay, your guess here for Chaz Coleman.
My same, baby, going with the Vols.
I will say it's up in the air right now. I don't know if y'all seen the stuff going back and forth with him, but it is a little volatile at this moment in Knoxville.
You say, well, thank you again for the insider information. It does not change the answer as he is currently locked in with the Tennessee Volunteers. So 3 for 3, both of y'all doing very well here. We're going to keep digging a little bit deeper here as we had Chaz is moving into SEC country and we have one guy leaving SEC country. We are talking about Damon Wilson II, edge rusher out of Missouri. Chase, still getting the tiebreaker here. Both of y'all tied at 3. Your options are A, Penn State, fill in the gap there that Chaz left. B, Miami and the Hurricanes, or C, Ole Miss. Chase, who he play for?
Ooh, I'm not gonna lie, this one stumped me a little bit, but I'm gonna go Miami with all the depth they left, just out of a guess.
All right, Miami is your guess. Jay, are you going to go with him or are you going to try and break the tie here?
Hey, what's the multiple choice again?
Multiple choice is either A, Penn State, B, Miami, or C, Ole Miss.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the U. I'm going to go with Miami as well.
Going with Miami. Both of y'all are tied still and 4 for 4 indeed, as Damon Wilson II will be taking his talents to South Beach for Miami. Filling out some really solid guesses here, folks. Y'all are doing good. Both 4 for 4 so far. Let's see if y'all get tripped up here on this next guy. Chase, do you know about James Smith, defensive lineman from Alabama, moving in the transfer portal? Your guesses are A, Ohio State, B, Oklahoma State, or C, Indiana. Chase, who he play for?
Tough, but I'm going to use some context clues. We're in 23. I don't remember him playing much. Let's go Indiana.
Indiana is your guess. Jay, where are you feeling? James Smith, who he play for?
Yeah, what's the choices again?
Your choices are Ohio State, Oklahoma State, or Indiana.
Yes, I'm going to take A off the board. The B and C is interesting because I can see Oklahoma State being like, he'll play a lot.
Yeah.
Probably can afford them.
Yeah.
But then Indiana does a good job of evaluating talent.
And they're a hot ticket now, coming off of that national championship.
Yeah, and the head coach of Indiana is a big guy, big fan of Saban. And Saban was more successful at Alabama. So I'm going to go with Alabama as well.
All right, both of y'all. Well, he's transferred from Alabama, Jay, so he can't stay there.
Indiana.
All right,
Indiana.
Both of y'all
staying in red.
Both of y'all guessing Indiana, and Jay, you are correct. He is staying in red for Ohio State. Both of y'all incorrect on that.
Oh, he's staying in red though. I got you.
Okay. But it's a different type of red.
Following the Caleb Downs.
Yeah.
Caleb Downs.
Yeah, he is following that same career path there. And so both of y'all, your first incorrect guess, but neither of y'all made up any ground. So no harm, no foul there on your end. Chase, you will remain in the driver's seat here for athlete number 6. Athlete number 6 is our guy, Coy Parrish. Safety from Minnesota, entered the transfer portal as a 4-star talent. Your guesses are A, Texas Tech, B, Notre Dame, or C, Oregon. Chase, who he play for?
Let me see Oregon.
Oregon is your guess. Again, you were quick on the draw on that one.
Yeah.
A lot of confidence there. Might give a hint over to our guy, Jay. Jay, your guesses are
no.
Tech, Notre Dame, or Oregon.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Oregon because they lost some DBs.
That they did.
They lost one during the game. Seems like one. It's like, jeez.
That they did. And y'all are both correct here. They filled it up in the transfer portal. Our guy, Corey Perch, is taking his talents to Oregon. So, solid guesses so far. It's only the one miss, but y'all remain tied at 5. Y'all could be looking at a long-distance draw here if this keeps up.
I'm good with that.
But once again, some big names still continuing to pour in here from the transfer portal as we move to athlete number 7 and Omarion Miller, wide receiver transferring out of Colorado. Chase, you will get the first guess once more. Did he transfer to A, Texas Tech, B, Arizona State, or C, Ole Miss? Chase, who he play for?
Tough. I'm only going with this one because of another Colorado guy that went SEC, so I'm going to go Ole Miss.
Ole Miss is your guess for Omarion Miller.
Not confident, though.
Jay, your thoughts on this pick?
Give me what's the choices again?
Your choices are A, Texas Tech, B, Arizona State, or C, Ole Miss. Who he play for, Jay?
I guess to keep my strategy going, I'm going to go Ole Miss as well.
You're going to go Ole Miss as well.
Strategies to tie.
So, going for the draw here. You're not making up any ground here, Jay, because y'all are both incorrect.
I didn't have any confidence
It's
in
Tech.
It is not Texas Tech.
It's
Omarion Miller is going to Tempe to join Arizona State.
Wow.
Nice.
I thought that would be a tricky one. Throwing the big money Texas Tech at y'all, throwing Ole Miss at y'all.
You've been,
I like it.
You've thrown some curveballs. I've guessed on the past few things. I like his method though, because then I stay in the draft.
Say either way,
100%. Now you're getting it. You're like, oh, he's not trying to tie. He wants me. Until we get to that 10th.
The tiebreaker might happen eventually here. Only 3 athletes left for y'all to guess between as we move to athlete number 8, Deuce Knight, quarterback transferring out of Auburn. They had a mass exodus of guys on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. Chase, you are picking again here. Your guesses are A, LSU, B, Michigan, or C, Ole Miss. Chase, who he play for?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss is your guess on Deuce Knight, quarterback from Auburn. Jay, your thoughts on the pick?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rebs. Ole Miss.
Going with the Rebs as well.
Land Sharks. What a weak name. I'm sorry. This isn't a hate podcast.
In cases of vendetta against anyone in the SEC that is not Tennessee.
I will say,
I'll get to his Aggies over here.
hey, Chase is getting comfortable.
You're settling in very nicely, and it is another correct guess for both of y'all as Deuce Knight is moving over to Ole Miss. He will be backing up Trinidad Chambliss.
Or he might be starting.
Or he could potentially be starting based on how legal things get involved here.
We got to go talk to our guy, Josh Freezer.
Get Josh Freezer's thoughts on the Deuce Knight commitment. All right, y'all. 8 athletes down and still tied at 6-6.
I like it.
A couple of more guys here. 2 left on the board.
All right, now it's time for a little shake and bake.
Okay.
All right, now it's time.
Athlete number 9.
Shotgun engage.
Moving deeper on the boards here is our guy Lance Hurd, offensive tackle, transferring out of Tennessee. Your options here are Kentucky with A, Alabama with B, or Wake Forest at C.
Tough one, I've seen this guy. Speaking of prospect lists that come through about October, this guy's been on a few ones I've checked out.
But Chase, why would anyone want to leave Tennessee?
We're kicking him out. It was our choice, not his. That's the new narrative. Give me again.
All right, your options are A, Kentucky, B, Alabama, or C, Wake Forest.
We're gonna go Kentucky. He went to the little brother, the other little brother.
The other little brother. Who's primary little brother?
I think they call him Vanderbilt. No, they actually owned us this year. So shout out Buddy Odell up there. But no, I'm gonna lock it in at Kentucky.
Kentucky is your guess, Jay. Potential here to break up the tie,
Yeah,
or do you stay with it?
I was wanting to kind of break it up because I think that we're going to be wrong.
I do too.
However, and I'm going to probably kick myself if I'm right on what I'm thinking.
Okay.
However, I don't want to risk it. We're down to the wire. I'm a competitor, and hey, that means you ain't losing right now. So
True.
I'm gonna go with Kentucky as well.
Your guesses are both Kentucky, and you are both once again correct. As he is taking
Again, we let him go.
over
You don't
to
leave Tennessee
the
for
Wildcats. And I like, too, the commitment graphic here mentioning he was at LSU before making the jump to Tennessee. So
Wow.
this makes it now 3 stops for Lance Hurd. All right, y'all.
SEC.
Yeah.
This is where it means more. That's what they say.
Yeah.
That's what they tell me.
I've heard that once or twice. Have you? Yes.
In your dreams? Out of your own mouth?
I'm amazed you've never heard that, Jay. You never heard that it just means more?
Yeah, from you. A lot. I've heard it a lot. UT, and it means more.
All right. Well, either way, last guy here. Still tied. 7-7 here. Do y'all have what it takes to guess? Isaiah Canyon, wide receiver from Georgia Tech. Your options, Chase, are Florida, Indiana, or Georgia. Chase, who do you play for?
This is too easy, Jake. Georgia.
Too easy.
I was trying to throw Jay off with the confidence, but yeah, easy answer, Georgia.
I know, like you did end on an easy one.
No, I didn't know if it was. I really don't know. I just said that because Georgia Tech in Georgia.
I don't know either then.
This is true.
There are too many bluffs, too many poker faces here. I don't know if you're confident or not.
I know. He went quick, too.
Mm-hmm.
He did go quick. Georgia and who?
Your options here, Jay, are. I'm going to make sure you can't see the screen here. Your options are Florida, Indiana, or Georgia.
Oh, man.
A lot of playing opportunities up there at Florida. Trying to build off the national championship at Indiana.
Receiver
and
room.
Georgia trying to get one on little brother.
Yeah. The receiver room didn't leave that much at Florida. They still got them big dogs there, so Florida's out. What's the other choice?
Your other choices are Indiana and Georgia.
Damn, why you keep throwing Indiana in so much?
Because they were getting after it on the recruiting, on the transfer portal. I think they finished top 6 in terms of transfer portal class.
Yeah. All right, well, here we go. Here we go, man. Hey, it's all or nothing right now, so I'll go Indiana.
Indiana is your guess. Congratulations goes to Chase King, as Isaiah Canyon did take his talents over to the University of Georgia. Going to be interesting to see how the fan base reacts to that graphic up there, the Georgia Tech helmet with the big block G. Congratulations, Chase. You eked out the victory 8-7 in your inaugural appearance
of the game
on
show.
Who He Played For.
That's right. Good job.
Yeah, I know. I think I had a little a cheat code, just being in it for so long and having the notifications on for every portal service.
I mean, you better have beat me. That would have been weird.
I would say you should have got me early on when I was really unsure on the middle ground, but worked out and fired up to be 1-0. 100%
there it is.
But also commendable to Jay for wanting to play a little gamesmanship there. Try and split it up almost of, hey, either you win, I win. There's no sense in a tie here. We aren't playing soccer.
No, he really did a phenomenal job with the his old poker face. He shot quick and then kind of made it seem like he was just shot quick. And I was like, but my game plan, I wanted him to go first because then I could just follow his lead because I know my guy knows his stuff, right? I mean, look, I hired him for a reason. I know he knows, and I'm like, okay, let me just do this and ride this wave. But yeah, congrats though. I'm happy. I'll buy you lunch today.
Look at that.
Yeah, I'll buy you lunch.
Already paying off. So once again, congratulations, Chase, for winning the long-awaited return of Who He Played For. I hope that y'all enjoyed watching this episode as much as we did making it. If you liked what you saw, be sure to head on over to the Protection United YouTube channel and click that subscribe button so you get notified every single time that we go live, and ring the notification bell just in case.
Wait, hold on, where is it at? I don't see it on the screen.
There.
What do we do? The like, subscribe? What are we doing?
Yeah, please. Y'all go subscribe.
All the calls to action that we have here, as we are just a few subscribers away from 300 over on the Protection United YouTube channel. Your support.
How about we do this, Jake? How about the 300 subscriber? Jake will get his scouting department to give one free scouting report.
Yeah, Jake. We'll take that over for sure.
Yeah, you're good with that.
Absolutely.
I threw it to Jake. Jake's like, wait, no, throw it to Chase. Okay.
No, yeah, we'll 100%.
Scouting is not my forte. I just hear what
Chase can do.
Chase says in the echo chamber.
I like it.
Easy money.
Yeah,
We'll be able to
Chase,
break it down with him over the phone, something like that.
Yeah, I like that. And then at 500, you can give like a free mock interview.
There we go.
I love it.
What about that? Yeah, does that sound good to y'all?
I'm in.
All right.
I'm in.
And then for the 1,000th one,
You get a helmet.
no, I got one better.
What?
They get to come to the studio and see Computer Jesus' face.
Oh, unveil the.
Man, imagine whoever's at $9.99.
The man behind the
Like,
mask.
like somebody's gonna be like, I need somebody to hit this $9.99 so I can be 1,000.
Yeah.
I want to see Computer Jesus' face.
Yeah.
Y'all want to see my face? Y'all remember that from Dave Chappelle
Absolutely.
when he was Clarence Buxby?
No doubt.
We cannot
Get into the whole,
It was
Dave Chappelle's
gonna
gonna be
on
little-
this show,
No.
or we will not reach 1,000
No,
subscribers.
you guys can't. I can't.
Fair, just like Jake's.
So like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Say,
Yeah.
Jay, we'll let you handle that promotion when it happens.
There it is. Hey, but you can see Computer Jesus' face, the 1,000th subscriber. I mean, how cool would that be? And then we can get a side shot of the person in shock and awe when they see his face.
Yeah. I think it's a win.
Say, but we'll
The
still have to play.
excitement.
We'll still have to play witness protection for all of those watching. You have to come in the studio to get that type of an experience
Yeah.
and to get
As you
that
s-
behind the scenes look.
As you say, his first and last name at the end of every episode.
Well, but they don't know what it looks like. You got to do a little bit more digging in that instance.
Gotta
Which
go.
at that point, you've earned it. If you're willing to dig that deep.
All right. Fair enough.
Well, went off the rails there just a little bit here to end the show, but it's all about it here at the Protect You podcast. That's what we're about. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you liked what you saw, once again, be sure to head on over to the Protection United YouTube channel. Click the subscribe and ring the bell so you'll get notified every single time we go live. Thank you again, Chase, for fulfilling your contractual obligation to be here as a part of this show. I have been Jake Wilson alongside Jay Mickens. Justin Woods was our excellent producer, and we hope to catch you all on the next one. See you around.